my name's Fleur Goulding. I graduated from Caulfield Grammar School at Wheelers Hill campus in 1989. So my experience was one that went from a very small, almost family-like environment, because there were only a few grades when we first started, to by the time I graduated in 1989 being the full complement of years across the primary and secondary. People should embrace them more. The steps I took, I guess, to get to where I am now, that I just took opportunities as they arose. I didn't actually really have a clear idea what I wanted to do when I left school. I was perhaps a little bit disappointed with my VCE results, and that prompted me to look at different options. And as I ended up in doing education, which turned out to be brilliant because it opened up so many opportunities that I never thought existed for a teacher. I went into curriculum development. I led a team of people writing volunteer training programs for the Commonwealth Games when they were in Melbourne in 2006. I've worked overseas on projects, and obviously I've worked here in Melbourne within tertiary education. So I think it's about one thing always leads to the other, and if you're open to those opportunities, then really grasp them, because nothing's forever. Yeah, I think my time at Caulfield absolutely prepared me, and it's something that I said to my son and still say to his friends, don't be too concerned if you don't know what you want out of life, because just put yourself in the position that once you've figured it out, you can go for it. And I really think that any Caulfield education, doesn't matter whether you're from Melbourne into senior school, it provides you with those fundamental skills to just take that opportunity when it arises. I think I've benefited from being part of the CGA on a couple of grounds. I guess it goes along with my involvement with the CGA. When I was a young alumni, I loved the networking events. I loved, obviously, the reunions and staying in contact with friends. And then as I've kind of gone through my mid-career, I've seen how it actually acts as a point of inspiration. You can see what other people have done, and it gives you the confidence to go and do it yourself. And now I'm a committee member. I'm on the CGA, and it's my opportunity to give back and try and think a bit differently about the CGA into the future. So my greatest memory at Caulfield would have to be that very first year of boys and girls in a uniform that had never been worn before, with a teacher that was actually a grammarian himself, and that new campus and the way that we were able to put our mark on it. And we went from shiny shoes and in assembly on that first day to really being members of this community. And it was the ground staff as well as the teaching staff, and it was the way in which the teachers took leadership in the classroom and tried different things. And but I think it's probably the classic for most grammarian. It's YJ, it's the sporting teams, it's the times that you spend in cross-campus activities, it's the music, it's the choirs, it's all of those things that bring that friendship group together, and they are still my best friends 40 years later. So yes, it set me up for life. It gave me the ability and the confidence to go, well, I'm going to give something a go, and I know that I've got some fundamental skills and some really strong capabilities to fall back on if it doesn't pan out.